One of the hard things about doing retirement planning is that we don't know how long you're going to live. We don't know how long your money's going to have to last. And so what we can do is we can make some estimates. And I'm going to show you, if you're trying to create a retirement cash flow plan and you're trying to understand if you've saved enough to retire, some of the tools that are out there that can help you make this decision. So if you're ready, let's dive in. Okay, first of all, in the retirement budget calculator, we have John and Nancy. John was born in March 1961. Nancy was born in April 1961. They both retired, and you can see here life expectancy is age 82 for John and age 85 for Nancy. So the way that we come up with that number is we say, what's the average life expectancy based on the Social Security mortality tables? So it gives us a place to start. But let's say we want to dial this in a little bit more. Let me introduce you to another tool that you might want to consider to understand the probability of one person living beyond average. Because remember, the problem with average is that 50% of people are going to live longer than that. Some people have said, Jason, I want to spend my last dollar as I take my last breath. And if that's you, we're going to try to dial in these numbers the best that we can. So here's the next tool I want to show you. Okay, the website that you're going to want to go to is called Longevityorg, and this was developed by the American Academy of Actuaries and the Society of Actuaries, and it's a free tool that you can use to help you understand the probability of how long one person or two people might live in a retirement plan. So using John and Nancy, let's dive into their numbers. So here you can see I've entered the information for John and Nancy, his birthday, her birthday, their current age, and their retirement age was 62. And we said that they both are non-smokers and they're in excellent health. So let's look at what the longevity illustrator tells us about the probability of how long they could live. The first chart we're going to look at is the probability of living to a certain age. And you can see here the probability of John and Nancy living to age 65 is 98%. There's a 98% chance that they're going to, if they're 62, that they're going to make it to age 65. There's only a 22% chance that John's going to make it to age 95. There's a 32% chance that Nancy will make it to age 95. There's an 8% chance that John will make it to age 100 and a 14% probability that Nancy would make it all the way to age 100. The next chart they give us is our planning horizon. So there's a 10% probability that John would live 37 more years, a 10% probability that Nancy could live 39 more years, and a 10% probability that either one of them could live 41 more years. Think about that. 103 years old, but there's only a 10% chance that that could happen. And then there's a 10% chance that both of them would still be alive in 31 years. The final chart that I want to show you is this one. It says the probability of living for a specified number of years. So you can see here the blue line is John, the gray line is Nancy, the red line is either of them, and the green line is both of them. You can see this blue line says that there is a 56% probability that John will still be alive in 25 years. There's a 66% probability that Nancy will still be alive in 25 years. There's an 85% probability that one of them will be alive in 25 years. And there's only a 37% probability that they will both be alive in 25 years. So you can use the average life expectancy, which is not going to be quite as accurate. You can use the Society of Actuaries Longevity Illustrator, which is going to give you the probability of one person living a long time. Or you can do like a lot of people do in the retirement budget calculator, and they say, well, let's hope for the best and plan for the worst. The easy thing to do would just be to make a hereditary adjustment, assume that both people will live to age 100, and test the plan to see if your money will last that long.